Hi, I'm Mariah,
I'm Maddie,
And I'm Danielle.
and we're here to talk about cardiovascular health within elderly people.
and the things you can do to ensure your heart stays healthy throughout your whole life.
Because we want you to know that the cardiovascular system is essential for life at all ages. Before we get started, we asked students around campus if they knew what the cardiovascular system really was and what it does to keep you healthy and well. What does the cardiovascular system do for the body?
The cardiovascular system transports blood and oxygen using the heart and blood vessels and stuff.
Okay, what does the cardiovascular system do for the body?
It pumps blood through the body, doesn't it? And keeps you alive and brings blood back and gives oxygen to your body.
Perfect. Okay, so what do you think the cardiovascular system does for the body?
Okay, so I just went for a run, right?
Yes.
Probably related to that. It's probably something with the heart pumping blood and having oxygen with it. That's all I got.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay. What does the cardiovascular system do for the body?
I think it pumps blood through the body. It has a lot to do with circulation. I think cardio heart has a lot to do with pumping blood, giving oxygen to your brain and all your major organs throughout your body. So.
Okay.
Yeah, going back to oxygen, important to get your rest of your limbs in your body, because when you're exercising, any extra oxygen that you can take in while you're trying to live.
Okay. Thank you guys so much. So, what exactly is the cardiovascular system anyway? The cardiovascular system, also known as the circulatory system, is responsible for keeping life maintained throughout the body. It's one of the major organ systems, and it accomplishes this job of keeping life maintained through transportation and protection within the body. In order for the body to successfully transport the necessary fluids and nutrients around the body for proper functioning, it requires the aid of various circulatory system parts. The heart is a very vital part of the cardiovascular system. Measuring to be only about the size of a human fist, the heart works as a continuous pump that beats blood throughout the body. It transfers oxygenated blood and nutrients to every cell within your body, and it also removes carbon dioxide and unnecessary waste products from those very same cells. The heart is able to achieve this one-way path of blood circulation using special components of the cardiovascular system. These three components are called veins, capillaries, and arteries. Arteries are blood vessels that carry oxygen-rich blood from the heart through a one-way path away from the heart and to all of the cells in the body. The blood follows the path through the arteries and continues into arterioles, or smaller artery extensions, and into the capillary beds. Capillaries are very tiny exchange sites for the oxygen and carbon dioxide. Within these capillary beds, the cells within the blood are able to pick up the nutrients that they need and to leave the waste products behind. The blood then continues its one-way path out of the beds and into venules and veins. Veins are the vessels responsible for carrying the blood, or oxygen-poor blood, to the heart to be pumped. After the blood has entered the capillaries, it first leaves the beds through tinier veins called venules. Through the venules and the veins, blood is then pumped to the lungs and to the heart. The cardiovascular system isn't just responsible for transportation alone. Protection is another huge function of this powerful organ system, and the blood cells of the body, small as they are responsible for performing big tasks and are also split into three parts as well: red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. The red blood cells are the carriers. They're in charge of carrying oxygenated blood to where it's needed and also for dropping carbon dioxide into the lungs. The white blood cells are the warriors. They work hard to fight infection, bacteria, and disease that enters the body seeking to do it harm. And finally are the platelets. When you're harmed, injured, or cut in any way, the job of the platelets is to heal the wounds and to create a blockage to prevent severe losses of blood. So, now that we know about the basics of the cardiovascular system, how does this relate to older adults?
As people age, their bodies age too. This holds true to the cardiovascular system within older people. The heart walls tend to thicken due to a decrease in the elasticity of the arterial walls. Because of this, systolic blood pressure tends to increase. This puts older people at risk for high blood pressure. Since the heart is a pumping muscle, over time, the weight of the heart increases. Other cardiovascular problems that occur with age are the coronary arteries twist, the heart valves stiffen and calcify, and the aorta becomes larger. Diseases are very common in older adults. One disease that is common for older adults when it comes to the heart is congestive heart failure. People who are 75 years and older are 10 times more likely to get congestive heart failure than younger people. As I said before, high blood pressure and hypotension are very common in older adults. High blood pressure or hypertension is when the blood pressure is above 120 over 80, and hypotension is when the blood pressure is below 90 over 60. Hypertension can cause diseases like heart attacks and strokes, while hypotension can lead to falls within older people. Make sure you go and consult with your doctor. It is important to get your blood pressure checked frequently. It is also important that you're taking the right medicine for your blood pressure levels. Other problems with the heart include blood clots, varicose veins, and deep vein thrombosis.
I'm going to talk about the preventative measures that you can take when you're older to ensure your heart will stay healthy. The first thing you need to know is you need to be aware if your heart isn't healthy. These symptoms may include feeling faint, nauseous, pain in your chest, irregular heartbeat, or feeling short of breath. One of the most important things you can do for your heart when you're older is make sure you exercise. It's recommended that you work out for 30 minutes at least 5 days a week. It's also important that you try to do some strength training to the best of your ability and make sure you stay flexible. Exercising is a very important part of keeping your heart healthy. So I'm going to show you a few exercises you can do. First, you can do chair squats, and here's how you do it. The purpose of the chair is to make sure you're doing the exercise safely. It's also there to make sure that you are using the correct form while squatting. Another easy but effective exercise for older adults is wall push-ups, and here's how you do them. You put your hands on the wall, shoulder width apart, your feet together, and do a push-up. Another easy arm exercise for older adults are front and side raises. You can use any weights you would like. The more advanced you are, the heavier weight you use. And here's how you do them. You hold your weights and you go to the side and to the front. The final exercise that I'm going to demonstrate are calf raises. And here's how you do them. You put your feet together again and you just go on your toes and back down and on your toes. If you have trouble balancing, you can hold on to something if you want. Another essential thing to making sure your heart stays healthy is your diet. You should try to eat a lot of nutrient-dense foods like fruits and vegetables, nuts, lentils, low-fat dairy, and lean meats. Other things you should try to do are drink a lot of water, eat foods with not a lot of sugar, and limit your calorie intake. Finally, you should really try to minimize your stress by always doing things you enjoy and surrounding yourself with positive people. You also should really try to maintain your weight, don't smoke, and reduce the amount of alcohol intake.
I'm here surveying my roommate Leanna on what she does every day to keep her heart healthy. So, Leanna, what is it that you do?
Well, I like to exercise a lot, go on the treadmill, elliptical, stuff like that. I also like to eat heart-healthy foods such as salmon, avocados, and these heart-healthy nuts.
With all these facts given within the video, it is clear that cardiovascular health is very important for a long, healthy life. It is also important that as we get older, we continue to take care of ourselves and continue to take care of our cardiovascular health. With that being said, thank you for watching our video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned a lot. Bye!